Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about what I eat in a day or what I ate in a day on my WW Blue plan, which is the plan I am on. I have been on Weight Watchers since Halloween 2018, so I guess about 13 months now really overall, and I have lost over 50 pounds. So I had a lot of success doing Freestyle, which was the previous program, so I decided to carry on with WW Blue. And yeah, I sort of talk about this as a what I ate in a day video because I like to sit down at the very, like a couple days later or a day later and show you what I ate, but it kind of gives me the full picture. So there's two parts of this. I like to do the what I ate in a day and then also pair it with how I exercise, because I think that I'm trying to make this more holistic and not just about food and diet, but about health and wellness and fitness overall. And I had some real advancements this week in that. So let's talk about it. To start with, I always have my coffee in the morning. I'm not a big breakfast eater. I'm not hungry in the morning, so I try to listen a little bit to my body's cues, and I do have a fair bit of milk in my coffee, so I am getting some calories in the morning. I track my milk in my coffee. I have 2% milk as well as equal sweetener as 3 points. And I usually have one other coffee during the day with like a little bit of milk in it, a couple of tablespoons. So I figure the 3 points kind of covers overall. But the coffee I have in the morning is a double shot of espresso and then steamed milk. So it's more like a latte, but it's not huge. It's probably only about 8 ounces overall. Yeah, so that is what I have in the morning at about like 6 to 6:30 before starting my day. I do go to work, I pack my lunch for work, so I am going to show you what I had for lunch. It is currently coming up on 7 in the morning. I typically leave the house, I don't know, around 7:15, so I'm just getting my lunch prepared. And yeah, I thought I would show you this before I rolled it up, but this is my chicken cheese roll-up on a tortilla. So the tortilla is one of these Weight Watchers tortillas, so it's 2 points per wrap. I then put 2 squares, or triangles, I should say, of this Laughing Cow cheese. This is the smoked cheese. I like the flavor of this one. So 2 triangles of this are 2 points. And I've been using this Maple Leaf Natural Selections oven roasted chicken breast. I use 2 slices, even though a serving is 3, just to make it last a bit longer. And each serving is 0 points because it's just chicken breast. And you can see here I also added on just some chopped up green onion because I think it adds a nice sort of fresh flavor to it. So yeah, I will roll this up and put it into my Tupperware. That'll be the main part of my lunch. I then have a bunch of cut up cucumber because cucumber is delicious and yum. I have here my yogurt mixed with protein powder, and because I was down to the last bit of yogurt, and this is easier than getting out another Tupperware, I just mixed it into here. So I've got the YoPro. It's a high protein, plain 0% yogurt, so it is 0 points. Obviously the cucumber is 0 points as well. And into this I mix a scoop of protein powder, and I have this one, which is chocolate peanut butter. The yogurt is 0 points and the protein powder is 1 point per scoop. So I get a ton of protein with these mixed together. I do remember hearing somewhere that after a certain point of eating protein sort of in one sitting, your body can only absorb so much. I don't know. Either way, it's tasty and it sweetens the yogurt and gives it a different flavor without adding, you know, a ton of sugar, because there's like fake sugars in here, I guess. So yeah, and I guess the only thing I don't have here is I'm also going to take an apple along to have some fruit. So this is my lunch. So overall, it is a 5-point lunch. I've really been enjoying having the wraps. They're very easy, they're very tasty. The green onion just adds a little bit of nice something to it, which is really good. However, I have a plan for switching up next week's lunches. So I should be posting a grocery haul the next couple days when I go grocery shopping over the weekend. So stay tuned for that. And then, yeah, I mean, sometimes what will happen is I end up not really having like the yogurt or the cucumber during the day, in which case, or the piece of fruit, in which case that whatever item I don't have will become sort of a once I get home from work snack. So maybe at about like 5 o'clock, I'll have like the apple or the yogurt if I didn't have it at work. And then I will show you my dinner. Now, I'm going to talk later about exercise that was interspliced in here, but I want to show you all of the food first before we go on. And also as a little bonus, because I don't know, I never feel like my days of eating are that exciting, but when I'm filming this to put the video all together, it is Friday, and I'm also going to show you my Friday dinner as well, just at the very end of this video. But for now, let's get to dinner on the day that we are looking at. Okay guys, this is my dinner. I'm having a pretty late dinner tonight. It is just coming up on 8 o'clock. And this is kind of a mix of leftovers. So I have 3 pieces of toast here. And I'm using this, which I often use. This is the Dimfelmeyer Light Rye. It is 2 points for 1 piece, 3 points for 2 pieces, or 5 points for 3 pieces, as I have here. On that, I have guacamole, and I used this brand, the Yucatan. I used 4 tablespoons between the 3 pieces of toast, which came out to 3 points. And on top of that, I have this chicken fajita mix, which I made last night. So it is a red pepper, a yellow pepper, a red onion, and chicken breast sliced up. It's marinated with a tiny bit of olive oil and some lime juice and chili powder and cumin. Cooked up, so I'm counting 2 points for the oil in that. I also put a little bit of hot sauce in for some kick, and then I'm also going to put on top of it this little homemade salsa I made. So this is like maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 cherry tomatoes. I got like the heirloom kind, a bunch of cilantro, lime juice on top, and then just salt and pepper, and that's all that this is. And then I'm going to be having it with a big glass of water. So altogether, this is an 11-point dinner, which is a little bit higher in points, but I think it'll be super filling and tasty. And I still have 4 points left, which I may or may not eat. I've been exercising a fair bit today, so I may have it, but we will see. Okay, I am gonna go and have my yummy, yummy dinner. That dinner was really, really good. However, I did find I was still hungry, and I had a really good moment where I felt like I was going to start to eat mindlessly, and then I sort of pulled myself back. So I ended up having 1 more slice of bread, about half an ounce of cheddar cheese, and then a couple more tablespoons of the guacamole on the bread. And then I realized at that point that I wasn't really so much full anymore, so I just stopped eating, which is a huge step forward for me because I tend to be a mindless or zombie eater where I just keep eating because it makes me feel good mentally, or helps me check out a little bit mentally. So the fact that I was able to pull back from doing that is really good. So I didn't film it or take a picture because somehow about nighttime snacking, it's almost like I don't want anyone to know about it, but as always, I try to be open and honest on this channel, so I want to tell you that was something that happened. So if we look at my points for that day, I was just 1 point over my 23 points that I get for the day. So my breakfast, as I mentioned, was 3 points. My lunch, as I mentioned, was 5 points. And then I ended up counting the dinner as 16 points overall because there was the 2 points for the half ounce of cheddar cheese I had. I ended up having enough guacamole for 5 points worth, which I counted as 6 tablespoons. No, wait, it was more than that. No, 6 tablespoons because it was the original 4 that I had, plus another 2 tablespoons. I mentioned that I counted 3 points for the oil that the chicken and peppers was cooked in, and then I ended up counting 4 slices of the bread for 6 points total. So overall, I was very happy with my eating that day, but I've been having a really good week in terms of fitness because I've really set myself some goals to work towards. So there's 2 things that have been happening. The first is that I decided that I am going to try to run. I have never been a runner. I'm not good at jogging. Here and there, I've tried like doing a learn to run program. But this time I've restarted that again with a new commitment, which seems to be working. I am on week 2 of my Learn to Jog program. So if you see these programs out there, they're basically like Couch to 5K or Learn to Run 5K programs where you sort of intersperse walking and jogging, and then over time the intervals of jogging increases as the walking intervals decrease until you've sort of built the momentum and trained enough that you can continue jogging for a half hour to 45 minutes, which generally would take you through a 5K. So in my mind, I am planning on signing up for a 5K here in Ottawa at the end of May, I think. And the Learn to Run 5K program that I have is a 8-week program. So right now I'm doing it on the treadmill. My plan is to do the full 8 weeks on the treadmill and then start running outside because the snow should be off the ground by then, and do the entire 8 weeks over again, because I have noted in the past from times when I've tried to learn to jog that it's actually a fair bit harder. Maybe not a fair bit, but you tend to be slower. It tends to be a little harder, just a little different when you're actually doing it outside. So what I've been doing lately is I've gotten into a good routine with the new job and with going to the gym. I wake up at 5 or a few minutes before 5 so that I can throw on some clothes. I head down to the gym in my building. I'm really, really lucky to have a gym in my building. And then I get on the treadmill, and I've been doing the program every other day. And right now it's about a half hour that you have walk jogging for. At the same time, a friend of mine has shown me some strength training exercises, laid out a really good basic but full body program where I'm targeting the entire body in sort of like 3 workouts, so that I can do 3 workouts, have a rest day, and then 3 workouts. And through that, I have one day that is biceps and chest, one day that is legs and shoulders, and one day that is back and triceps, and then also some core strength in there, so that I'm doing that sort of within the 1 hour that I have in the morning at the gym. So that's a lot, but let me just tell you, I track everything with my Apple Watch, what my exercise looked like on Wednesday, which was the day that I was tracking what I eat in a day. So I had 825 move calories, which are sort of the calories that Apple and the Apple Watch calculates that you do on top of like your basal metabolic rate, which is just the calories you tend to burn in a day. So it calculated that overall for the day, I burned 2,613 calories. These kinds of apps and programs always overestimate the amount of calories that you burn. It's just kind of how it is. I got 72 minutes of exercise according to my watch. And I did stand for at least 1 minute in 16 hours of the day. I had 12,374 steps, which equaled 8.8 kilometers. And there were actually 2 workouts that I did. I did the indoor walk jog. And I also decided just later on in the evening, I had some time to myself. So before dinner, I went and hopped on the bike for half an hour and just sort of did some low impact cycling while I watched some YouTube videos, just to get a little bit more exercise in the evening. So on the WW app for Wednesday, I ended up getting 17 fit points. I had 34 minutes of a walk jog exercise, which gave me 8 fit points. The walking that I did sort of throughout the day in my daily life gave me 6 fit points. And then the 28 minutes of cycling that I did in the evening gave me 3 points. So I definitely got a lot of fit points. Sometimes I eat those back, sometimes I don't. Today was one of the days, Wednesday was one of the days where I didn't so much. But yeah, that was what my day looked like overall. Very, very happy with it. And I'm excited about the exercise and fitness stuff. I feel like it's given me a renewed purpose and focus where I can focus on less on weight loss and more on being fit and healthy and strong. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned, just at the very end of it, I'm going to show you my dinner tonight, which I'm going to go make now. And I look forward to seeing all of you in my next video. Bye. Hi guys, so this is one of those everything fits on your plan kind of dinners. So I basically had the same breakfast and lunch today that you saw earlier in the video. So to this point in the day, I've had 8 points, and this is my dinner. So and you can tell I like sriracha, right? This is a slice of leftover pizza. My partner and I ordered pizza last night. This is left. This is Canadian style pizza, which is pepperoni, bacon, and mushrooms. And then because just a slice of pizza isn't enough for dinner, I roasted up a bag, basically one of these bags of frozen cauliflower. with a little bit of spice on there, and again put some sriracha on. I like sriracha. It's a low point, 0 point, really adds a lot of flavor. The slice of pizza, I think I mentioned, maybe not, is 7 points. This is all 0 points. But then I am going to have a beer with it, and this Coors Light is 5 points. So all of this right here is a 12-point dinner, which brings me up to 20 points for the day so far. And I'll probably have, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a snack, piece of cheese or something later. Okay, I'm gonna go have my pizza. Yum, yum. Good night.